Welcome to the Astro Weekly forecast for the week of December 26th to January 1st. Happy almost New Year's. 2023 is going to be a very different year than 2022. And thank goodness, right? We're finally done this Saturn square to Uranus. It's just finishing up now this month. We are now moving into major planets that are slow moving are going to move into different signs. Pluto was one of them, is going to be in Capricorn, has been in Capricorn for quite some time, going to be dipping into Aquarius and then dipping out and then fully in January or in 2024. So we're going to get a little taste of what Aquarius, the age of Aquarius truly is about. And we're going to see Saturn moving, Saturn is going to be moving out of Aquarius into Pisces, which is going to bring about more spirituality, more empathy, compassion, kind of being there for each other, more intuition, more of that kind of spiritualness, not religionness, or maybe even breaking a part of religion into more of a spiritual nature. So that's all really interesting information. Of course, we have all these other trends going on for 2023, but for this week, we're going to focus on the last week of 2022 and finishing out this year in grand style. And of course, we still have two planets in retrograde. We have Mercury in retrograde and we have Mars in retrograde. Mercury is going to be going retrograde this week. But it's already been in shadow. So I know as a Virgo, or if you're a Gemini Virgo or have a lot of Gemini Virgo in your chart, you will be feeling this very much because Mercury is our ruling planet. So this ruling planet, kind of whenever it's starting to change direction, we start to notice it. I'm noticing it in my speech. I'm noticing it in my writing, lots of mistakes. I have to really check things over. And I'm noticing as a Mercury direct person, I resist checking my emails or text messages for spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes when I'm going into a Mercury retrograde, which I think is really quite interesting. I'd love to know if you feel that. But normally I'll just glance over it, make sure it's correct. But when I can feel the shadow or Mercury retrograde coming on, I almost just want to send it. I just want to be very abrupt almost, or not checking things through, just wanting to get it done, feeling impatience. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm wondering if you feel that too, because I do. I have, my Virgo is very Virgo. I have a Virgo stellium in my chart. So a stellium meaning 3 or more planets in that sign. So we're starting out this week in a first quarter phase. We just fresh off that super new moon in Capricorn. I hope you planted seeds of intention for this amazing year to come. A good time to do so in Capricorn, which is about responsibility, duty, ethics, using our purpose into the world to make a difference in some way. And it's about taking authority and power. Where are we not feeling powerful and where are we abdicating our power? So that is also a theme coming into this week. Mars is still retrograde as well in Gemini. So we're feeling like maybe we're excited about things moving, but they're not moving anywhere fast. Nothing's moving fast right now. Everything's slow. And thank goodness, right? This week between Christmas and New Year's is kind of that no man's land. No one knows what day of year what day it is, what time it is. We're just kind of in this experience of being, which I love. This is one of my favorite weeks of the year. So, Monday, December 26th, which is Boxing Day here, we have a couple of aspects to the moon that are making it a bit of kind of an anxiety day or being responsible. I think this day, I don't think we're going to typically see the sales that we normally see on Boxing Day. People are going to be a little bit more cautious with their money. Tuesday, December 26th, we are seeing frustration, and the moon is in Pisces. So we're feeling very sensitive, very intuitive. The moon is square to Mars, so we might feel frustration that things aren't moving the way we want, or people aren't witnessing our emotions or feeling us. So just give yourself some grace on the 27th. The 28th is a really beautiful aspect. Such a good day is actually what I wrote in my notes. Wednesday, December 26th, we have Venus, which is in Capricorn now. So it's that kind of embodied discipline and focused and wanting to be a good steward of resources, and is sextile to Neptune. And this is lovely. This gives us really wonderful connections, great relationships, great conversations with people who are maybe on a spiritual plane as well. This makes us very empathetic, and the moon still being, I believe, in Pisces on this day as well, can really give us heightened intuition, downloads, meaningful connections, inspired to create art, music, structures, playing, create, caring, caretaking, romantic encounters. This is a really wonderful time for just love. It's a wonderful time for love and being responsible, being a good steward of your money and your resources and your time, because in Capricorn, that Venus is bringing us a little bit more groundedness. And otherwise, it could also lead to, because that sextile to Neptune is imbibing, like in overdoing it, really indulging, being lazy, creative, laxity. Great day to watch movies. That's all I'll say to that. It's a great day to watch movies. Not a good day to have a full schedule of to-do lists. Not going to feel that. Thursday, December 29th, we have Mercury going retrograde. Now, we're going to feel that all this week anyway, because it's stationary retrograde. And what that means is Mercury is just going slower than the Earth. So we're feeling more introspective. We are being encouraged to slow down, to review, to reassess, to realign, to really understand why we are doing or thinking the way we are. Mercury is our mind, communication, thought processing, our closest connections to us, our community, and our coordination. So when Mercury goes retrograde, it can feel like our coordination's a little off. Now, Mercury is in an earth sign, and it does typically rule a Virgo, which is an earth sign. So I feel like this is going to give us a little bit more stability. You know, there's a little more groundedness here with this retrograde. And it's interesting because it's going to start out the year, the new 2023 year is going to have Mercury retrograde as a signature to this beginning, meaning we are meant to go slow. We are meant to be deliberate with our actions. We're meant to be really thoughtful about why we do the things we do, why we are believing the things that we are believing, right? Beliefs is Mercury, is beliefs. So beginning of this year, this is going to be an influence. We're going to be very thoughtful or mindful, maybe with regards to, because it's in Capricorn, so career, ambition, foundations, public status. And on this day as well, can't make this stuff up, Mercury and Venus will be conjunct, meaning they are sitting next to each other in the zodiac. So Venus is going to be in Capricorn, Mercury is in Capricorn, but remember, Mercury is retrograde. So Venus is about our values. Mercury retrograde is about why are we believing the things that we're believing? Why we keep doing the things, why we keep saying the things that we keep saying, what's behind the words. You know, I was on social media and there was a conspiracy theory about, it's just a wacko thing. I won't even talk about it. And I just said, you know, this is actually like, you guys are just reading something into this. This was the meaning of this movie. And they were going off in a different direction. And it was interesting because the words people use as they came after me I was like, well, I can tell from your words that you're really scared of the world. And they're like, you don't know me. And I was like, actually, I do, because the words that you say are telling me a lot about why you feel the way you do. Why are these words, where do they come from? Are they yours? Right? It's like, well, you don't know me just because the words that I use is like, yeah, the words that you use are part of your identity. Right? So think about that. This is going to be a big signature for this beginning of this year, is the words that you use, the values that you have as your own, your passion, your drive, your motivation. These three inner planets, Mars, Venus, and Mercury, all rule these inner parts of our personality. And they're all going to be quite close in proximity, Mars being retrograde, Venus and Mercury having this relationship right here is going to be bringing that up. So this is a really introspective time, not a time to be moving forward, which is great because the world typically isn't trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done right now, other than clearing out the boxes from Christmas, trying to get bills paid afterwards, and just organizing your house after everything is unpacked, right? So this is a great day to vision board, to create to look at plans and reflect on the plans that you have made, to reassess, to review, to realign, look at how are you in your professional life? Are you where you want to be? And why are you not, if you're not? Mercury rules things like communication, travel plans, negotiation, and technology. So you're going to want to watch, because these ones are not going to play well. They're not going to work out well. They're meant to delay you. They're meant to slow you down. So if you're having tech issues, if you're, you bought a computer at Christmas and it's not working and you're trying to take it to the tech bar or wherever to try to sort it out and it's not sorting out fast, that's part of Mercury retrograde. Nothing happens fast. Everything is slow. And you're going to maybe perhaps snuff out a better deal. Maybe perhaps find out that, oh, there's a better computer and they're going to refund you your money because this is a lemon, and you're going to get a better deal on something else. So there's always an opportunity in these retrogrades. They're not trying to annoy you, although they can be very annoying. And a little caveat here, if you were born with Mars retrograde, Mercury retrograde, this is like a coming home. This is how you operate. This is like, yeah, everybody like finally getting to my speed, So if that's the case, congratulations. I am not born with that. So I find it very frustrating. And frustration is always an opportunity for you to slow down and understand whose timeline are you attaching to? What is the frustration about? Because when your soul self is never frustrated. Your soul self is excited because everything is on a universal timeline and it's not your timeline. So you want things faster, and especially during a Mars retrograde, nothing's fast. So what are you attaching to? So if you're making any travel plans or you are traveling during this time, a really good idea to have backups of everything, not on your electronics, in paper. Bring a book or many. Bring a lot of patience, because there'll be a lot of delays. And I mean, over the Christmas season, we already know, viruses are on the rise. There's a lot of people sick. There's going to be a lot of people calling in sick to work, and airlines are going to be understaffed. So really planning for that if you are flying this Christmas season. And Mercury was in shadow from December 12th, now retrograde from the 29th of December up till January 18th. So anything that you're working on between December 29th and January 18th, you will see through new eyes from what you have been working on before. So it's almost like it's bringing gifts if you're able to slow down and revise, reassess, realign, review your work. You're going to find nuggets of wisdom and things to change it. So like if you're writing a book, for example, going over the chapters that you wrote between December 12th and December 29th, you might kind of revise it and add in some things that you've just been experiencing to help make that better. And then Mercury is going to go direct to January 18th. And that January 18th piece to February 7th, he will be in post shadow, or it will be in post shadow. So that means everything that you went over, you're going to see it through new eyes up till that point. So it's not going to be traversing new degrees until after February 7th. So that's kind of when I would sort of say if you could wait, but I mean, in the real world, you're going to feel the momentum starting to shift within the first week. So kind of till January 25th, things are going to start to move forward, especially because Mars goes direct on January 12th. So we're just going to see that span between the 18th and the 25th of January where things are going to really start to pick up. So enjoy that time. Enjoy this time now of quiet review, kind of, being observant of yourself, of what you're thinking, what your values are, what your beliefs are. When things are happening around you, start to pay attention to how you're feeling. That's going to give you nuggets of wisdom. Friday, December 30th, we have the sun in conjunct to Mars. So in conjunct means a need for adjustment between our vitality and our identity, who we feel we are right now in Capricorn, this grounded, we know what to do, and Mars in Gemini retrograde, we're just like, oh, we think we know what we want to do, but when we change it and things are not working out. And it's almost like we get information that's changing on the daily. So this energy can feel like ego conflicts. It can feel like frustration. We can't move forward. This is going to be, pay attention to your motivations, your actions, and your thoughts, because this is an ego-based attachment here. You can feel very much like a short fuse over trivial matters. What is really going on? So if you're noticing people around you being short fused on this day, Friday, December 30th, compromise, deep breaths, and triggers are wounds that have not been healed. So that is something to pay attention to. This is great energy for kind of seeing big picture stuff and like having big ideas, but no detailed stuff. This is not going to be a time to nail down details because it's just going to feel like it's always changing or it feels daunting too much. This can also be a day where you feel very accident prone. So Mars rules cars and our action and our forward momentum. It's in retrograde. Mercury, which is our coordination, is in retrograde. So you could be feeling like you're stubbing your toe all the time or you're bumping your elbow. Could it be car accidents? I don't think so. I mean, it could be if you're in a rush and you're not paying attention, but that goes for every time, right? I mean, this is not to try to scare you. This is more to try to make you more aware of your actions and the little kind of decisions that you're making along the way. If you're making them in haste and you're rushing to get somewhere, today of all days, I would say, I'm running late. I'll be there in 15 minutes. And for someone like me who's always late, and I'm like, oh, I'm late again. I'm trying my hardest, I try my hardest to be on time. I just do too many things. I'm just like, and I'm true to form. I'm going to be 15 minutes late. And I'm like, oh, no problem. So, when anyone who gets mad at you for being late, you know what? Arrive alive versus arrive on time. That's what I always used to say to my kids. So Saturday, December 31st, no real aspects on this day, but it is New Year's Eve. I always like to look at the kind of astrology, what's happening with the moon on these dates. And the moon will be moving into Taurus in the morning on that day. So this is a solid, foundational, grounded place to be. Taurus loves to experience, loves nice things, likes to indulge. So be careful of overindulging on this day. There are 3 big squares to the moon on this day: square to Mercury, square to Venus, and square to Pluto. So this can feel like frustrations, our relationships. It can make you feel compulsive or impulsive. Indulgent, deep buried feelings can come to the surface now, feeling like you want to break free from control. So there could be maybe some restrictions. I don't feel like any government restrictions are going to be coming in, but we just might feel like frustrated. Like we're out and about, and then we realize, no, we want to be home, or we feel like someone is irritating us. So it's this, this is kind of the first New Year's where we're going to be, I mean, last year was kind of it too, but this year I think is more free. Every year that we move away from the initial start of the pandemic, I think we're just starting to see more openings happen, but we're doing it in a very different way. Did we learn the lesson, or was everyone getting sick, or is someone going to be at the party that's sick and you're annoyed that they're sick, that they're there? That's this kind of energy, right? Square to Mercury, like, you just want to say the thing, but you feel like you can't because you're going to hurt someone's feelings, or you say the thing and you hurt someone's feelings. Square to Venus, being relationships are PO'd because you said the thing. And then square to Pluto is like transformation. I'm like, I don't know why I hang out with these people. So that could all happen on New Year's Eve. So just, again, giving yourself space to feel the feelings and to go, maybe we need to go home early and spend New Year's at home. It's okay. And then Sunday, January 1st, 2023, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We have Venus conjunct Pluto. This is a very powerful aspect for transformation in relationships, transformation in your structures that are trying to give you safety. Pluto is an evolver, death, rebirth, and transformation. And Venus is about our relationships, our beauty, money, our relationship to all things kind of beauty, aesthetic, our self-love, compassion. So compassion is more the moon, but Venus is about how we feel about ourselves with beauty. So when we have these 2 planets come together, it's not very often. It happens once a year. And it is a very intense time for relationships. It can make you very possessive. It can make you very jealous. It can make you feel like, why don't I have what that person has? It can make us feel, and especially this court, like you can't make this stuff up in terms of divine timing. Let me tell you, this is an example of divine timing right here. For this to be on January 1st, when we're singing All in Sign, when we are making resolutions, when we are taking stock of the year behind us and looking to the year ahead of us, we are doing all these things. Mercury is retrograde, bringing up our past, bringing up our beliefs, bringing up all the ways we feel like we're not good enough. Mars is retrograde, feeling like we're frustrated, we're not where we want to be. And then here's Venus conjunct Pluto, bringing all of that ish to the surface. It can be an intense day. Yeah. And I want you to bring with you a healthy dose of self-compassion, celebration, and gratitude. Gratitude. How you got yourself through a pandemic, y'all. Like money was a thing for many people and you did it, right? And you always have just enough money, or you always have more than money. Money comes in and goes out of your life. Money is a resource, right? That comes in and goes out. And depending on how you feel about yourself, how you feel about money and the wounds in your life, you can love yourself through your money, or you can punish yourself through your money. Powerful stuff, y'all. It's going to be coming up. Same thing with your relationships. So where do you feel inadequate in your relationships with money, beauty, love? That's going to come up. Your need for attention, love, and affection can come up at this time. You want deep connections and compassion, and you want it now with people, but they're not seeing you for who you are. If you're single, this may bring in some sadness and some, again, kind of rumination of why you're not with a person or what happened in the past, right? And if you're coupled up, this could bring in inadequacies and ways that you guys clash. This is a powerful magnetic energy to be used to attract that you want and not attract the things you don't want. Okay, this is powerful manifestation energy. So Pluto is about death, rebirth, and transformation, right? So it can make you feel like, oh, here's all the things I don't have. And thank you. So here's how I feel like it's going to go. And I'm going to invite you to use this process. Okay. Process one, part of the number one step is acknowledge what you're feeling. We're not trying to positive, spiritual, toxic, blah, blah, blah over it, right? You are acknowledging how you feel. Gosh, I wish I was so much further ahead. I feel like I've lost 3 years of my life. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like all the things, name it. Feel like what? What are you feeling like? And then number two is, and here's what I am grateful for, right? I acknowledge how I feel. It needs to be acknowledged. And I'm so grateful that I'm here. I'm so grateful I made it through. I'm so grateful that I'm not in a relationship with a douchebag, Matt, that I thought I was going to date and marry, and he showed me who he is. And thank God I'm not with Matt now, right? I just made that up. I've been with my husband for 23 years. But you know what I mean? Like using that feeling of, thank God I didn't go down that path. You know, thank you, universe, for moving Matt out of my way so that I could see what I really wanted, right? Use it. Use all the information. All your experiences, all your mistakes are just lessons that are giving you more information to get you to where you want to go. That's it. That's it. Right? This Pluto can be used for transformation. Don't let it take you out, because it's not what it's meant to do. It's not meant to take you out. Right? You can use this for transformation. And then from a place of gratitude and acknowledgement of thank you for not giving me all the things that I thought I wanted this year. Instead, what is the opportunities now for 2023? And start to create from a place of empowerment and excitement, because 2023 is not yet written. Not yet written. You can make it what you want. And your choices and decisions and thoughts in every moment, thoughts are, remember, predicated by beliefs, which are predicated by experiences. So you can recreate all of that by being mindful in the moment of, this is what I need to believe to do the things I need to do to have the life I want to have. Be, do, have. Who do you need to be to do the things you need to do to have the things you want to have? Right? If you want a fantastic relationship, you've got to be an amazing magnet for what you want, which means healing yourself, having a lot of fun in life, and being in places where somebody who likes the things you like might be, right? So if you're an avid snowshoer, go snowshoeing, join a snowshoe group, right? Just do something that makes you happy. And in that happiness, you will be a magnet for what you desire. Hands down. If money is an issue and you're like, I want to heal this money shit, I relate to this. I am doing all the things now to be very aware of why I spend what I spend. I'm aware that everything I've been through is bringing me to this wonderful, beautiful moment to make the best possible thing happen for the future. Everywhere you are at is exactly perfect and right for what is ahead. So that 3-step process, acknowledge how you feel, move it to gratitude, and understand that everything you don't have is for an exact purpose and opportunity. And then now, what do you want? What did you learn? How are you going to move forward now into this amazing blank slate of 2023 that is being created in every moment that you are making a choice? Making a choice. So good for transformation. being aware. So being aware of yourself and others. Intense sexual magnetism, healing is opportunistic here, and transformation of self, very opportunistic here. So use it for the highest and best. I believe in you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Wishing you the most amazing 2023 ahead. And thank you for spending this year with me. If you found me during this year, this is a huge milestone for me as well, because I've been doing this now for over a year, doing these videos, and I really love it. I love sharing this information, and I hope it helps you to live the most rounded, aware life that you can live, and using all these aspects for your highest and best, because every aspect has an opportunity that comes with it for you to use it for your evolution. All right. Wishing you the most abundant, joyful, connected, and self-regulated New Year's ever. Take care. Bye.